I really need you to be dead. Like, I cannot stress enough how important your death is to me right now. Maximum power. Burn him to death. Maybe hit the other one behind him. Where's my core break? There's my core break. I need this one dead, and then I'm going to give us more CP. Thank you. Cool, man. Some people haven't liked it, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. I mean, what's not to like? I mean, it's long. Like, would it be bad if it was a little shorter? No. Being a little shorter wouldn't be bad. Is it bad that it's this long? No, it's like the final dungeon, right? At least of the main game, assuming, you know, there's probably like a post-game dungeon and all that. There usually is in Tales of. But I mean, it's got like really tough and unique enemies that are pretty fun to fight, I think. I think the only complaint you could have about this is how long it is, but even then, I don't think it's too long, personally. Especially since I think I'm right at the end.
Use its weak point to take it down.
Burn. I mean, you get so many high-paying items from this, too, that it can pay for all of the orange gels you had to buy to go through it. And it had a checkpoint at the halfway point, or what I assume was the halfway point. Like, it even gives you a checkpoint in it. What more could you ask for, honestly?
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Thanks for that heal, much appreciated. This is the worst time to do an incineration wave. I'm sad. Are you an overlimit right now? You're glowing purple instead of blue, so I can't tell. Oh, I didn't realize that you were in your overlimit. Hey, Lone Wolf, how long does the end of the game take once you go to the final boss?
Another incantation ruined.
Does it take longer than an hour if I get to the final boss to beat it and go through all of the subsequent cutscenes and credits and whatnot? Because we are almost at 4 hours. I really want to finish the game today, but I'm also very, very hungry, and we're streaming this again on Wednesday. So it's not like it would be like a 4 or 5 day wait like it was before if I don't finish it today. Because, like, there's not another game coming out between now and next stream, like with Metroid Dread coming out. Yo, a lot of crystals there. Very good. Gonna need those bad boys. I don't have any more happy bottles. If there are enemies in here, go fast. I hate everything. Why are these enemies the ones in here? Honestly, I don't mind these guys. I would rather fight these guys than the chameleon thing. That's my one actual complaint about the dungeon. Less chameleons. Less chameleons. That's all I have to say. We're gonna need this pineapple gel. We have the other thing to fight over there too. Also, you can run from enemies. I've only run from a single enemy. Like, I could have run from a lot more of these fights if I was like, man, this is taking too long. Bad. Overlimit? Not overlimit yet? Oh, you're in yours. Final boss, 20 of these guys. Hey, man, I'd rather fight 20 of these than 20 of the chameleons. I would never want to fight 20 enemies in one fight in this game, though. That sounds miserable. Unless they were, like, really weak enemies. Nope. Get down. Please don't hit me from behind while I hit this guy. Thank you. Yes, I'm very weary. Heal me. Thank you. Appreciate it, Dohalim. Can always count on you, brother. Burn, 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 burn. Hey, you charging right now? Rejected? Alright, but we focus on this one, though. Oh, especially with the Mystic Art. 2, 3, 4, 5. Burn it all!
Flaming pillar! Fire!
Woo, baby! That was almost 15K.
No further!
Did you guys know that she never misses? That's crazy, right? Could you imagine never missing? Could not be me. I miss a lot. Ow. Oh, hey, this again. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love having Dragon Swarm and Double Demon Fang. They have such long animations, it's really easy to give my brain the time to think to proc the Mystic Art. I wasn't exactly timing it on my way through, but yeah, about an hour would be my best guess from the final point of no return to the end credits. So it all depends on how close I am to that final point of no return then. I really would like to finish the main game today because I really want to know how it ends, and I said we would finish it today. But I am way hungrier than I expected to be, and this dungeon has been a lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought we would have been done with this dungeon at like the 3-ish hour mark, and then we would have like, oh, you have your Mystic Art, go for it. And then we would have taken like an hour to 2 hours to do the final boss and everything associated with it.
In a bind?
You're mine!
Just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Dragon Swarm!
Bad time to explosive ring, but it actually kind of worked out. I need my boost attack to finish you, please. There we go. Alright, should be able to kill you here with a decent incineration wave. Not full power. Got him.
Commander of Heaven!
Alright, and then we still gotta deal with this lad. He's still going. You charging? Not charging? Okay, okay. Oh, now he's kind of charging. Little baby charge. How did I not get hit there? You were in your overlimit? Since when? Dude, one of the best things about the post game is gonna be getting to see all of these tier 2 Mystic Arts. Man, I cannot wait. I don't expect there to be any Mystic Arts outside of the tier 2s and the tier 1s, by the way. But I will say, unless the game proves me wrong in the post game, which it might, because I think in Berseria you unlock them either in the final dungeon or the post game. But Berseria had like all 6 of the main cast. All of them had a duo Mystic Art. Lafayette and Velvet had one together. Magalu and Eleanor had one together, and then I think Magalu and Eleanor's was kind of lame, but Velvet and Lafayette's was really good, and then Rokuro and Aizen had a combo Mystic Art, and it was beautiful. It was one of the best Mystic Arts in the game. It would be really nice if this game had something similar in its post game or whatnot. I don't expect it to, but I can dream. Berseria went crazy with Mystic Arts. They did, yeah. They had tier 1, 2, and 3, and then also the combo ones, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. Tales of Xillia 2 and Berseria went way harder with the Mystic Arts than they needed to, and I loved it. Because, like, Luger had a duo Mystic Art with everyone in Tales of Xillia 2, if I'm not mistaken. Which it sucks that it was all put on Luger specifically, because I didn't like Luger very much as a character. But still, the fact that he had a combo Mystic Art with everyone was crazy.
Consider yourself finished.
Cool boy.
With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Definitely gonna need to use at least one more orange gel here, and we've got to go buy some more before this final boss. Well, honestly, we probably don't need more before the final boss. We have like 5 pineapples, and then we have, I hate that I don't have Rinwell right here. And then we have, whatever the other thing I'm thinking of is. We have the 3 golds. Although I am, you know, I am curious about like, oh man, maybe I should save those for the, whatchamacallit, the post game.
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that. I don't feel so good.
I cannot break this thing to save my life.
I'll burn it all!
Burn it all! Time to die. Wouldn't be the worst thing if you wanted to wrap up at 4 to go. As you said, it's only 2 days to the next stream. It just means you'll definitely be able to finish next time with 0 time constraints. Yeah. Plus, I don't know how long the credits will be and how much I'll want to talk like after the credits. Like, the credits might not last as long as I want to talk about stuff. You never know. I doubt it, because I imagine the credits for this game are going to be very long, but there's always the possibility. Goodbye to you. Get down so the Kisara can hopefully Mystic Art you. I didn't want to charge an Incineration Wave when Kisara might interrupt it with her Mystic. There it is. I think we might stop at 4, especially if the end of the game isn't like right past this next door, although I think it might be. There's really no way to know. Lone Wolf, just give it to me straight. Are there any bosses other than like the final boss after this? There might be, don't tell me if there are multiple bosses included with the final boss, but tell me if there's a boss and then the end of the game, like the last point kind of deal. Like, do you fight a boss and then it's like, okay, now that that guy's beaten, going past him will be the end of the game. Dohlim, I'm giving you a chance here to get that Mr. Card off, buddy. Do it, Dohlim. Do it, Dohlim. Gonna need another. Yeah, that's our last orange gel. Whoop. Dohlim, you didn't do your Mystic Art, by the way. Very, very upset. I was half looking at chat there. Whoops. Kisara's nowhere near ready for this. Bad. Man, I hate that thing's charge move. This might be my least favorite enemy to fight.
I didn't want to put you out.
I would rather fight. He also has this AoE move. Like, I'd rather fight any other big enemy. The dragon, the Titan dudes, the multi-hand guy, any of them over this dude. Why did you do that instead of saving it for when he charges again? Yo, where are my heals at, though? There's no boss you're forced to fight before the end of the game. Okay, thank you. Oh, I finally got healed. Thank you. Bad time to do that. I'm a buffoon. Oh, no. I should have saved Kisara. I wanted to try and get the perfect dodge and maybe knock it out of that, but it just did not come towards me ever there. Oh, Shion, get it, girl. Dohlim, no! We have plenty of life bottles. I healed myself. Frinwell! Frinwell! Frinwell, please! Dibs! Get wrecked. Yo, Shion, where's that Mr. Card, girl? Where's that Mr. Card at? 69 CP, I win.
Light burst forward.
Oh, boy.
Remember to tell
I shouldn't have taken that, like, oh, hey, Red Verbana. I'm going to use that immediately. I shouldn't have taken that, like, 30 minutes to go back and do all the accessory stuff, but I really wanted the buffs before I wanted the casting buffs before we had to go through fighting all these big enemies in the end of the game and all. What is this? Greatly raises defense? You know what, Shion, you've earned it. Just because I like you.
Will be in high demand if that's the case.
Is there anything else before... No! No! Why? Why is it always you? Why is it always you? It's always this lad. Use a pineapple gel. There are Helganquil in front of me, too. This has got to be near the end, surely. Alright, you guys before the other thing. We have not run into many Helganquil, by the way, really showing that they are, like, going extinct. Alright, best way to fight Helganquil, overwhelm them, words, and get the break. Get in there, Kisara, get in there. Use that Mystic Art, girl. Yeah, get him. Why is it when something happens, it's always you four? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Me, whenever I see one of the chameleons. It's always the chameleons, man. I feel like I'm playing Neo Tooie again, except this game is way more fun and way better designed and just better. I don't mean to hate on Neo Tooie unnecessarily, but, you know. I'm still a little disappointed in how that game wasn't near as good as how I wanted it to be compared to the first. I just happened to see some stuff about it on Twitter today, and I was like, man, other people seem to have loved that game. I'm really sad that I didn't like it very much. I thought it could have been better.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed.
All right, scumbag.
Out of our way.
Alright, save Rinwell. It can cast an art. It rarely does, but it might. There's that big damage I'm looking for. Dohlim, I'm in a bind. Which Persona Reaper was the hardest to fight? 3, 4, or 5? I don't remember fighting 3 or 4s. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I just do not remember. So I guess 3s? 3s was the most memorable, or not 3, 5? 5s was the most memorable at least? Alright, save. Don't use Kisara either. Save hers. I only remember fighting Persona 5's Reaper.
Now you've gone and ticked me off. Now you see what I can do.
Hi there, bud. Ow. Oh, I didn't realize you had your Mystic Heart.
Flare the Malisa!
3 is cheesable, 4 is NG plus kinda, 5 you can just cheese it in OG with the status. Yeah, but you can't in Royal. Kisara, please hit. Thank you. Get engulfed by the Tempest. Tempest, sucker.
No further.
Just die. Cast an art. Cast an art, you buffoon. Do it, you won't. Cast an art, dang you. Kisara, get him. Get him, Kisara. He's casting an art, you buffoon. Dibs. I can't believe that saving Grinwell for the entire fight actually panned out in my favor.
I'll take you all on.
Yeah, I don't remember fighting the Reaper in 3 or 4. I only remember fighting it in OG 5 and 5 Royal. Down you go. Please let this kill you. Yeah. Maximum power. You only tried twice for 3. Wasn't it like really annoying and so I decided I didn't want to do it? I really can't remember.
So those thorns of Shion's, they're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely, but only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
Yeah, for Shion to be able to touch people. What I want to know is how did... So, like, Shion's ancestors also had the thorns, right? Or did the thorns only manifest in Shion specifically? Because, like, how did Shion's ancestors have children, though? Oh, the Reaper and Strikers was pretty rough. Yeah, I remember that. What the heck? What? 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 Whoa, energy separators, what is this? It's for every type, even dark and light. They had children very, very carefully. So this is like blocking me, huh? Yeah. Huh. I assume there are gonna be like some kind of fights through all of these, which I do not have the CP or items for. I'm still amazed the game hasn't given me another checkpoint yet. Man, we're like right over 4 hours, and if I still have to do at minimum 6 more fights. Chat, what happens when you go through this? Where does this just take me to like a battle room where I fight something like I think it does? Does going through this just mean fight, you fix the fire energy or whatever, and you have to do all 6, then the door opens, and then I assume there's a teleporter here or something that takes you back to the top so you can get items before going through here, which would be the final fight. Am I right? Each one is essentially a fight? Okay. Alright. Then, I think we're gonna wrap up here then. Alright, I didn't want that much information, but that's fine. Because I did ask. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up here then. I hate to not finish the game today because I said we would, but I am super hungry. And I honestly don't think... I also have to take into account that there's the possibility I could lose against the final boss and have to rematch it, and if I don't beat it first try, then that's going to take even longer. So I think I would bet on this taking longer than an hour to finish, and I really can't go for longer than another hour. I will starve. Not actually, clearly, but over-exaggeration. But it would start to make me... It would start to affect my enjoyment of the end of the game if I'm starving throughout it all. So, I think we're probably... Let's look at skills real quick. Yeah, I've got some SP to use. Let's do this real fast. Or I could save this for next time, honestly, at the start of next stream. Probably better to do it that way. Give us something to do at the start next time so I can ease into playing. yeah, I think we're going to wrap up here. Sorry that we're not going to finish everything up, but the dungeon was a bit longer than I thought. If other people apparently don't like this final dungeon, assuming this is the end, I'm perfectly fine with this final dungeon. I think it did drag a little, just a little bit at the very end there. It was a little bit of a long run at the very end, but I mean, it's a final dungeon. You kind of expect that a little bit, to be honest. But overall, pretty good final dungeon, I assume, if this really is the end we're getting to right here. I mean, it only took me about 4 hours to get to basically the end of it. Not even 4 hours. It took me like 3.5 because we took that like 30-minute break to run back to Dahna. But, yeah, to Dahna. But, yeah, I think that's going to be all for today. End of the game next time for sure. We'll probably also be able to jump into the post-game a little bit next time because I assume it's not going to take me more than like 2 hours to finish the game from where I am. Super, super pumped to see how it goes, especially with this new information we have about like the Great Spirit of Rena isn't necessarily like malevolent, apparently, if we can believe what Rinwell felt and said. But, apparently it's not like malevolent, it's just trying not to die, and so it's trying to merge the two planets. I don't know about all this thing about like the planets were meant to be one, or if that's just that the Spirit of Rena believes they were meant to be one, or what. But really interesting stuff. I'm excited to see how it wraps up. Nova, thank you so much for subbing at tier 1 for 24 months on a 23-month streak. Greatly appreciated, dude. Thank you for the support. But, yeah, when we come back next time, we'll finish it for sure and beat the main game and see what happens and get into a little bit of the post-game. For those of you watching on YouTube, if you want to try and catch these live, I imagine I'm probably still going through the post-game by the time this makes it to YouTube, so the playthrough might not quite be done yet, but it'll probably be getting close. But if you want to catch any Tales of Arise live or anything else I do live on the channel, link to my Twitch channel in the description, I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube, I appreciate the support either way, and I'll catch you next time for the end of Tales of Arise. Until then, farewell.